Hey, hey, how's everybody doing this morning? Come on in, everybody. It's nice to see everybody. I'm used to talking to an empty room. How's everybody doing this bright and beautiful morning? I hope we're having a great day. I'm LoveDrNikki from Oranum.com. See the shirt? And I've been there about 12 years, and I have to tell you, it's the best place on the web. I've been there. They're awesome people. You got 24/7, 365 readers and support. It's really, really cool. It's a great place to be, and it's a safe place too. Because that 24/7 admin support, man, they're there. And if you have any troubles at all, whether it's your payment or getting into a psychic's room, or dealing with a psychic or finding your psychic, those admin people are just amazing. They really are. They make our life much better.
Ab-
Absolutely. And Miss
Absolutely.
Emmy,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so much for
sharing
doing
that.
this for us again. Oh, I so love doing this. And I've got a great set of dragon cards we're using today. This is the Dragon Tarot, and it's one of my newer decks, and I love it. Because, see, ladies and gentlemen, I have a deck problem, a big deck problem. So I have to use them. So, what's your questions?
Yeah, everybody, drop your questions in the comments. We're live with Love Dr. Nikki from Oranum.com. She is right here to answer any questions you may have about love, relationships. So ask away, ask any questions you may have in the comments. And thank you, everybody, for being here. We're so excited. And I'm just going to leave the stream for a little bit and leave it all to Love Dr. Nikki. So, Love Dr. Nikki, this is all on you.
Well, thank you. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Love Dr. Nikki. I've been a reader at Arenum for over 12 years, but I've been doing readings professionally for over 25 years or over 52 years. I'm an old lady. Did my first reading at 13, and I'm now Medicare old. Absolutely. Just go ahead and post your questions and let us know what you need. Love taking questions because questions are my stock and trade. And if you're not sure how to ask the question, just put up a quick blurb. I'm good at helping you find the question you need to ask the cards. And that's very important. The right question can make all the difference in the world, because there's a big difference between what are his intentions for me and what are his feelings for me, and is there a future for us? Those are all three very different questions that are all components of a well-rounded and happy relationship. But they are all looked at from a different perspective because each question is a little different. So sometimes it's good just to kind of let the psychic know what you want to read on and let them go from there. And the psychics at Oranum.com, they are absolutely amazing. We have literally thousands of psychics here. There's always somebody to talk to. And now with the app and the video call features, it's like having a best friend in your back pocket. Truly it is. And our ooh, that's a great question. Thank you, Tammy. What a great question to start off the day. I am happily married for 33 years. Will we be together until death do us part? Let's take a look and see. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing quick 3-card spreads here. Oh, absolutely. Oh, my word. You two are such a team. I mean, you two are really such a team. I'm not seeing any problem for till death do us part, because I have the Two of Wands. Somehow you two are always able to reintroduce the passion into your relationship. And I get the Justice card, which shows me that you two treat each other with care and love and justice performing. And that it definitely says long term, till death do us part. Come grow old with me. The best is yet to be. You've been there 33 years. You already know about the forgiveness and the giving over and the working together and both kind of giving a little and taking a little and making it work. And you guys are going to be giving a little, taking a little, and making it work for a long time yet. And thank you so much for your question, Tammy. That's awesome. And congratulations on a marriage that's already lasted 33 years. Will I ever be happy? Hi, Cleophas. How you doing this morning? Let's take a look and see. And you do know that happiness is more of an inside job than an outside job. Oh, yes, true happiness comes from the inside. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Oh, Cleophas, this is awesome. I get to give you good news this morning. That's your outcome card. That's the Ace of Cups. Oh, it is the new beginnings, new starts, and happiness. A lot of people say it's just love, but I see it as happiness in the whole aspect of it, because without love, few people find a real happiness. And we also have the Queen of Swords, which indicates to me very strongly that you two, or that you will find someone, that Ace of Cups, that you really have that true, real connection. And when you find that, that's when the grin starts. And I'm grinning at you, not because I'm a silly old woman on the internet from Oranum.com, but I'm grinning at you because of the energy I feel here. There is happiness for you. I know you've been through a rough time. I see that. But there is happiness coming for you. Some days it's just like left foot, right foot to get through the day. But if you start doing that left foot, right foot and taking care of business, you're going to find the happiness you're looking for. It's on the way to you, and you're developing it in yourself. Just keep at it. Don't quit. Believe you can be happy, and it will happen. And thank you so much for your question. I know it's hard when you're having a rough time. And what would you like me to give you a reading on, Dee? We're doing out here in the live streams, we do specifically with specific questions, not general readings. General readings are great to get, but those are better to get over at Oranum.com, where you really have the dedicated one-on-one with the reader. Just can I have a reading, please, isn't going to get us there. It doesn't give you enough balance in the reading. It doesn't show us what you really want to know. And the more specific you are with a question, ladies and gentlemen, the more specific your answers are going to be in a reading. If you ask a general, will I find love? We'll answer that. But if you can get it a little bit more specific, I know two guys, Joey and Dave, and I want to know the difference between the two, or who's better for me. That's a good question. What is his filling attention to what's me? Hello, Raula. How are you this morning? Nice to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, I am LoveDrNikki from Oranum.com. And thanks for joining our live stream today. We got lots of questions, and this is awesome. And Raula has asked, what is his filling attention to me? And what I'm seeing here, he's not sure. Raula, he's not sure, but he kind of wants to investigate what could happen. The first card I get is the Hanged Man, which tells me he may have held back for a while and hadn't been really applying himself a lot. But then I get the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is the ultimate outcome card. It talks about working together and success together, fiscal security, and partnership. And the longest partnership most of us have in our lives is our marriage or long-term relationship. And so it's a very strong card for emotional relationships. But this is the cool one. You got the Four of Wands. It's the happy romance card. Literally. The dragons are dancing in the field. It's like they're having a great time party. That's kind of the energy of this card. It talks about the love and what can be built together and all that wonderful stuff. So I think what's filling his attention towards you is the potential that he sees in you for you as a life partner. And he sees you as a very strong potential for a life partner. And thank you so much for your question, Raula. I hope that has helped. And ladies and gentlemen, remember after the lives here, we'll all be on aranum.com where you can find thousands of psychics. Oh, absolutely. The last time I checked, we had like over 3,000 or some crazy number. It's awesome because with that many psychics in one place, you're sure to be able to find the psychic that works for you. And good morning, Andrea. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Will you find your person? Oh, absolutely. Oh, this is such good news. You've been through a lot of change here in the last 6 to 8 months. It's been kind of crazy. And I see that you've really changed your perspective on things, and there's been a lot of growth and development in here and here in the last 6 to 8 months, because I do get the of swords. Next I get the tower, but I love getting the tower here because the tower indicates change, reversal, things being kind of opposite of what they are now, and some of those kind of things. So it indicates that the change for you to find your person is coming. Now, this is the card. This next card is the one that wins it for me. It's the Sun. Now, the Sun for me is the single most positive card when it comes to emotional relationships in the tarot, bar none. It is the best. Yes, you will find your person. And I have to say, with this much energy, probably not too far away. So stay positive, keep your eyes and ears out, and I think you'll be finding your person. And it could be before the end of the year. With the sun coming up, it could be before the end of the year. And thank you so much for your question, Andrea. I think a lot of us want to know if we'll ever find our person. That's a good question. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Oranum.com has literally thousands of caring, giving psychics. We really do. And if you become a member over there, you can talk in the chat rooms and interact with the psychics before you take them private. So you take the psychic private that you feel a connection with. And good morning, Meringue. How are you? Ooh, is it over with him? Will I meet someone new? Well, I have to say, I'm sorry, but I do think it's over with him. My mother is my primary spirit guide. She plays the piano in my head. It's kind of cool. And when I read the question, is it over with him? She started playing the song Leave Me Alone. I think it's from the 70s or 80s. Leave me alone. Won't you leave me alone? Just leave me alone. I think it's over with him, and that's probably the best thing for you. There's a level of selfishness in his energy he's just not ready and willing to release yet. And until he is willing to release that, he's not going to be able to give emotionally the way you want him to. Now, as to will I meet someone new, kind of a carry on from the other one. Yes, I see you seeing someone new, but you got to finish the work that you're doing on yourself. It's like you're being given the time to take the time to really focus on you and put yourself emotionally where you want to be so that you feel connected with your heart center. And after you find that, yes, you will meet someone new. And the only thing holding you back from meeting someone new is you. So make sure you take the time to heal. When one is over, we need to heal that and be able to relegate it to the past. And we get to look forward to the future again. And the future is bright indeed, Meringue. Patience is a virtue because you do have to finish some of that healing process you're working on with yourself of course. But I'm seeing once you get through your healing process, there is another love for you out there. And it is beautiful. Oh, yes, it is. That's one of the things I like most about being a psychic, guys, is I get to feel the energy of the situation. So a lot of my clients take me private more to see my facial expressions because I can't hide anything. Can you tell? And do we have any more questions? And thank you so much, Meringue. Ooh, Alexandra. Oh, that's a hard question. Let's take a look and see, hon. I so hope the answer is yes, but we'll do it. We'll let the cards tell us. I've got my eyes closed because I want to see exactly what the cards say. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. I love it. Now, y'all heard me shuffling the cards. I'm constantly doing that in between each reading. And I got to tell you, here I have the Two of Swords, which shows me that the intellectual connection is probably more important in this marriage than either the romantic or the sexual connection. That intellectual working together, bouncing ideas off of each other is a primary part of your marriage, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Then I have the Sun. Now, the Sun here is still a very, very positive card. It is still the single most positive card when it comes to relationships in the tarot. And so when I have that Two of Swords, which talks about also that teamwork, followed by the Sun, that's an amazing, amazing combination for a long-term relationship. And then I had the last, your outcome card. Boom goes the dynamite. You are married to the right person. We have the Queen of Swords. And when I start with the Two of Swords and end with the Queen of Swords and have the Sun in the middle, every marriage goes through rough patches. Every marriage is tempted in one way or another. Your marriage is strong. The love between the two of you is strong. And even though it's a rough patch, what I'm seeing here, the two of you are going to get through it together. Okay? I really do think that you two will make it through. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm over at arenum.com every morning from 8 a.m. to noon East or Pacific time. Yes, and I have 8:18 right now to give you an idea. Ooh, lovely question, Carmen. You guys are good with the questions this morning. That's awesome. Oh, wow. You two are a power couple once you settle into it. Yes, the relationship will progress. I'm so glad I'm getting all these yeses this morning. It's awesome. Because your cards today, Carmen, we start with the Ace of Swords. And that tells me that this relationship will progress, and it will progress because there's not only the romantic heart to heart connection, but we also have that head to head, same think together connection. That is validated by the Emperor. Now, the Emperor appearing in your spread definitely says you are with the right person. Then I have the Ace of Pentacles. Be patient with them. They're still, it's like they're still working on creating a foundation financially. Finances are very important to this individual. But when I have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Coins with a beautiful Emperor in the middle, you are in the right relationship. The relationship will progress. You are with the right person. You're going to love the holiday period. That brings out the romance in him. The holiday period brings out the romance. Absolutely. Just remember, Carmen, to make sure the relationship progresses. Both people have to be honest in the relationship, right? Well, with him, you're going to have to be very honest and open, or it won't progress. Because for him, the most important part of a relationship is trust. Okay? You are with the right person. Beginnings are a difficult time, but you'll get through it together. And that's the important thing. And thank you so much for your question. You guys are doing so good. Let's see. Will you get married one day? Let me take a look. Well, mom, I think you guys heard about my mom playing the piano in my head. Now she's playing I'm Getting Married in the Morning. Ding dong, the bells are going to shine. Get me to the church on time. Oh, that's cute. So with mom play, oh, goosebumps. Ho ho, meringue. Oh my gosh. Goosebumps like that are 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, you got this. Oh, meringue. Yes, you will. I don't think the person you will marry is in your life at this time. I get the Queen of Coins. Now, the Queen of Coins tends to be the woman that stands alone. She's fiscally secure, knows who she is, she's good at business, yada, yada, yada. But usually she's looking for something, and what the cards are that she's looking at in the spread tell me what she's looking for. And I have the Two of Cups, love, marriage. It's the marriage card. Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands, which is the happy romance card. So, like, yes, you're going to get married one day. And when you find him, when you find that right person, meeting them is going to knock your socks off. It is going to give you that Russian race and rill and thrill. You just haven't met them yet, but you will. You will, absolutely. You're already cleaning the space for them. Keep cleaning. You're getting there. Well, I firmly believe and have seen over the years that karma is something that comes to us, and a lot of times it's not giving us what we feel we want, like a new relationship or something like that, because there's work we've got to do or something that we've got to complete in order to release our energy to move forward in that direction. I hope that helped, Meringue, but I definitely, you are going, love is going, not you are going to find love. I think love finds you. And that's a beautiful thing. I hope that helped, Meringue. Have hope and stay positive. It's definitely something. A love reading for the near future. Okay, Alma. Let's take a look and see. Now, are you currently in a relationship? Because I do a different spread, whether you're just looking and open for what's coming up, or if you've got a specific person in mind. Those are two different kind of readings for me, because I look at different energy. And let's take a look. Yes. Yeah, there's a love reading. That's, yeah, looking at the cards, I shouldn't have had to even ask. Looking at the cards, I shouldn't have even asked. Now, one of the things I'm doing here, guys and gals, is that I'm going through different decks so that you can see that I'm not stacking the deck for these readings, that they're really readings coming out. And we're on our third deck now. And this one, Alma, your love reading to the future. A change is going to come, and a change will do you good. Let's be honest. You're looking for somebody to really build with, not only on the personal love, romance, let's build a life together, but also in the professional aspect and financial moving forward. I would have to say what I'm seeing here is that you are going to meet someone in the not too distant future. We'll say from now until the end of the year to give it a time on it. But between now and the end of the year, you're going to meet someone, and it feels like it's a business kind of meeting that you meet them. And this is a love that I'm not sure they'll come grow old with me. The best is yet to be. That's yet to be determined. But I definitely see a good beginning and a good start that brings you the romance you're hoping for, because I do have the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands, I call it the beginning of passion card, because the wands do carry or cover things that we get really passionate about, not just sexual passion. That's cool too. Not just sexual passion, but the passion for an idea, the passion for a person, the passion to make something happen. That kind of thing is going to be what draws you together. And I'm seeing it's a very good fiscal situation for you. But I have to warn you, it's going to bring a lot of change up to and possibly including a physical move in 2024. I don't see you moving in 2023, but I do see you moving in 2024. 2023, I see you meeting them and you're in the get to know stage by the end of the year. Kind of getting to know each other, that talking back and forth and all the good communication, the stuff that we hope will go all the way through the relationship and not just the beginning. And this one feels like it's got solid potential for you. And so, yes, Alma, love is coming for you. I think you meet the person before the end of 2023, and there's a move involved between the two of you in 2024 that brings you even closer together. So I'm excited about love in the near future for you. Absolutely. And I would make sure I was on the top of my game at any business meetings. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start and Chloe, if you need a full reading where we really dig down deep into stuff, that's probably better handled at Oranum in a private chat. Out here in live, it's really kind of hard to get that deep and that dig down because of all the different energy in the room. But what we can do is look at Cameron and see if he's the right person for you and kind of give you some answers there. Oh boy. Um Unfortunately, I'm sorry I have to give you bad news. I don't think Cameron is the one. What I'm seeing here is he has a tendency to be keep things secret, has a tendency to hide certain things, and those are the things that would upset you, bother you, or hurt you. And the one thing I really, if you stay in a relationship with Cameron, oh my word, please hear me. If you stay in a relationship with Cameron, do not, I repeat, do not become financially involved with him. He's, I don't know if it's just because he tends to be a fiscal dreamer and schemer, but I am seeing that financially he's not good with being there when he's supposed to be. This is the kind of guy that really could forget his wallet when you're going out on a date. And then I get the Seven of Wands, and Carmen's in the relationship for what Carmen can get for Carmen. He's not really in the relationship to give a lot. So, unfortunately, while I know that the beginning of the relationship was fun and exciting, I don't think this man holds long term potential for you because you're looking for that security and come grow old with me. The best is yet to be. And he's looking for, well, this is fun. And he's not serious about things, even if his words say differently. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cleo. I hate giving bad news, but I'd rather tell you the truth than hurt you with a lie, because if I don't tell you exactly what I see, feel, and hear, then I could be setting you up for a future hurt that would be much more devastating. So while I know that he is very important to you right now, I'm afraid that he's not a good match for you for long term because he doesn't have the foundation, the stability, and strength of purpose. And between the two of you, I'm sorry, values, morals, and ethics are way different. So if you stay with him, be very careful. But I don't think, What I'm seeing here, there's a much better love coming for you if you move forward from Cameron. You'll find happiness, but not with Cameron. I'm sorry. Oh, wow, David. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to hear. That is so difficult. Let's change. Another deck. Let's see. Will me and Carrie sort out our marriage and get back together? Absolutely. You got a little work to do. Um, I don't want to say whining and dining, but the marriage, oh, here we go. Yes, the marriage is in an unstable condition right now. Absolutely. I can see that. I have the Knight of Wands, and that talks about things being somewhat fluffled, maybe some headbutting in the relationship, but it does talk about difficulties, especially on the intellectual scale. What has to happen here is both of you have to accept that you aren't carbon copies of each other. You are two separate individuals creating a single whole in the marriage. And it's unfair to expect the other person to become like you. Loving someone is loving them for who they are. And I know I should be talking to Carrie, not you. Oh, and with Carrie, what I feel in her is that there's a part of her that feels lost and like she's not going to get what she wants to have in her life and she's not going to be able to succeed. And I would recommend her to see a counselor, get some. I think her perspective and her expectations are what's at issue here, and they're somewhat over the top. The other thing is, David, there's a lovely phrase to say, and it works a lot to kind of bring things back together. And that is just saying simply, I am sorry we fought. Just a handful of words can make a big difference. Now, you don't have to say specifically anything that you thought about. You're just saying you're sorry that you fought. And David, you're her King of Cups. You're married to her. You obviously know how to make her feel loved, cared for, and respected. Next time you're with her, when you look at her, don't look at her for right this moment. Take 30 seconds and look at her and think about how you felt about her on your wedding day. That brings back a lot of the love emotion that we let the world kind of pull apart for us because we're taking care of paying the bills, walking the dog, taking care of the car, got to get to work, and oh crap, the lawn needs mowing again. And you two have kind of let the nuts and bolts of life get in the way. Be her King of Cups. That's what she's missing, is the King of Cups in you. So, yes, both of you need to put a little bit more into this. Both of you need to work together to fix it. But yes, it is fixable. And I want to take a quick look. Let me look. I just want to see how things are going to go real quick between you and her towards the end of the year. Oh my gosh, you're great. Yes. Be patient with her. She's kind of evolving. It feels like she's going through a big test, but then I get the sun. You two will have your collective feces in the proper format before the end of the holiday period. You are celebrating New Year's together, moving forward together. And thank you for the question, and I hope that's helped, David. I hope that helped. I know I talked a lot about what you could do and not a lot about her, but you're the one I'm talking to, so I wanted to give you the most I could do for help. Will Hayden move back home with me? Good morning, Donna. How are you? Let's take a look and see. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm LoveDrNikki from Aranum.com. Thanks for joining our live stream this morning. We've gotten some excellent love questions. And Donna's question is, will Hayden move back home with me? And let's take a look and see. Oh, yes. You do know that his whole emotional thing right now has more to do with how he thinks and feels about himself than anything. It really has very little to do with how he thinks about you. Um, he's not a Danny Downer, but Hayden can get down on Hayden big time. And it's what you're fighting here isn't I don't want you, I want you, I want you. Hayden has a deep-seated notion that Hayden isn't good enough for you. And that's created this kind of negative cycle that you two are in. But I am seeing that you two can work through this, but it's going to take a lot of patience and understanding on your side of it before Hayden comes back home. There's some pretty serious conversations that need to be happening. I do get the Knight of Swords. I don't want you to think that this is just going to be bing, bang, we're back together. There's work to be done here. But if you're patient, Hayden will be willing to do the work too. Step at a time. Hayden is not one to run real fast about anything emotional, but Hayden will be. I'm seeing that yes, Hayden will be moving back in, and I have to be honest. I don't think it's in the next month or two. You guys got work to do, and Hayden needs to finish finding Hayden. Hayden really does. I think it's the missing puzzle piece in the relationship is Hayden doesn't really know Hayden. And sometimes it's good to just give the person enough space to come back to you in. And I think that's what this is here. Because the love is there between you two. I still see that. The cord is there. Hayden just doesn't know who Hayden is right now. Patience wins you, Hayden. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this will probably be the last one. And then you can join us over at Aranum.com. And remember, as registered members, you can even talk and interact with the psychics. And they have these really cool things called special requests that we can do out in live stream. It's a one-shot wonder where you pay the fee and you get like a yes/no answer, or you can get a love advice. And it's a good way to kind of check in and also see if you want to have a reading by that reader. And my name is Jennifer. Well, me and Ellie are back from my past, who I met more than 20 years ago, reconnect after the message I sent him on Instagram. Please and thank you. Well, thank you very much for the question, Jennifer. Let's see what's going on with you and Ali. Let's see. That was a pretty powerful thing 20 years ago. That was a very powerful thing 20 years ago. Whoa! No wonder you've never forgotten him. He's always been there on your mind. No wonder. This is amazing. Now, I shifted decks again, and I want to show you what we have here. This is absolutely amazing. I get the Ace of Cups, or the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Cups. Now, we have the King and Queen of Cups. Now, the King and Queen of Cups are the senior loving couple in the deck. I'm usually pretty happy if I get a king or queen at all together of any suit, like the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords or something like that. I'm still going to be kind of happy with that. But when it is the king and queen of the same suit, and that suit happens to be the cups, which covers love and emotion, and then I have the Ace of Swords in the middle, there's going to be a lot of communication back and forth before you start seeing each other. Is he long distance? It feels like there's some things to overcome. I don't think he's married or anything like that. I'm not trying to insinuate. I think he's still available for yada yada. But it feels like there's some talking going on before you two meet, and I think there's a long-term potential here with the king and queen of cups, I gotta say, and then the ace. That seals it. You will be hearing from him, but patience is your virtue. Wait to hear from him. Don't push it. You've put your drop out there to see if it's gonna connect with anything. Now wait to see if it's gonna connect, because it'll mean so much more to you when he comes to you of his own volition rather than you pushing at him. And he is gonna come to you of his own volition. Because just like you kind of had the hots for him 20 years ago, he kind of thought you were pretty special 20 years ago. Just 20 years ago wasn't the right time. And I'm so sorry that you've had to wait. But I do think that a relationship will continue to grow from this connection. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your question. And Miss Emmy, how many more people do we have? There you are.
Hi.
See,
Yeah,
she's the
so
one that keeps me from getting out of trouble. She keeps me
exactly.
from getting in
No.
trouble because I'd sit here and do readings all day long. I love to do readings. And me and all the other
Exactly.
readings over at oranum.com would love to have you come visit us, register as
Yeah.
members, and find all the wonderful things you can have from being a
Yes,
member at Oranum. It's truly
everybody.
a community. And
It
thank you
really is.
guys.
Yeah. No, thank you so much, guys, everybody. This is Love Dr. Nikki from Morinum.com. You can find the link in the comments and come find her for a full reading. If you really need an answer to a question, you can come to Morinum.com, speak to Love Dr. Nikki or any of the other psychics that we have on
We've got
Morinum.com.
thousands. It's
Thousands of psychics.
wonderful.
It's amazing. So please come to Arenum.com, click that link, and don't miss out on an answer to your question. Just
I
head
hope
over
to
there.
see you guys in live stream. I'm Love Dr. Nikki from Arenum.com, and I wish you a bright, blessed, and beautiful day, everybody. Thank you so much.
I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you everybody for being here. And Love Dr. Nikki. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Emmy. Bye bye.